Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So the topic of today's reading is the winner of a poll that I did on my channel a while ago, and you guys voted for the topic, what should you be focusing on right now? So that's what we're gonna do. So I have 5 readings for you guys to choose from today, and please feel free to listen to as many as you like if you feel drawn to more than one crystal. So for number 1, we have citrine. Number 2 is sunstone. Number 3 is amazonite. Number 4 is rose quartz. And number 5 is blue cat's eye. So as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you chose the citrine, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what you should be focusing on right now. So for your first tarot cards, we have the 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and 4 of Cups. Okay, so what you guys should be focusing on right now with the 8 of Pentacles, this is a skill. This is something that you are very good at and that you're being encouraged to put in the work for right now. This could really be anything. It could be like something creative that you like to do, like drawing, writing, music, something spiritual. It could even be something you want to study or a field of work that you want to move to. But I'm feeling with this card, it's like a skill or a hobby that could be turned into your work one day, but that you haven't quite refined yet. I think you know what it is, you like it a lot and you're good at it, but you haven't reached your full potential with it yet. This 4 of Wands, you know, I read this as the Destiny card often because of the 1111 that appears to be on it. And so it's quite likely that in addition to being something you really love to do, because this is also a card about like joy and celebration and happiness, I think that this skill or talent or this field of work is actually connected to your destiny and your life purpose. But going back with what I was saying about feeling like you haven't really refined it yet, we have this 4 of Cups card, and this to me is like the skill. It's like given to you. It's like a gift to you. I feel like you were born with it. You have this innate talent for it. But it's not something that you've ever like fully, you know, put your whole heart and soul into, or like fully immersed yourself into the learning of it. It may just be something that's always kind of been on the back of your mind, you know, like, oh, I'd really like to do this someday, or oh, I should really get back to studying that. But there could be a couple reasons for this. It could be like, you know, you're scared of failure, like trying it out and you're not good at it, or, you know, you just don't have the motivation yet. But for a lot of you, I feel like you just haven't had time, you know, like you have so many other responsibilities laid out here, you know, like maybe you have your day job, you have people to take care of. And, you know, it could be one of those situations where it's like once you've, you know, fulfilled your obligations of the day, once you're finished work and you actually have time off, it's like you don't even feel like doing it because you're so tired. So I think for you guys, it's been really hard to find motivation for this, but this is your confirmation that you have a natural talent for it. And if you start putting in the work to get better at it, you're going to excel so much faster because you have that gift within you. This is like a God-given talent, as they say. And I think it's part of your destiny. It's something that can be turned into work that you can make a living off of. And you're being called to really pour your energy into it right now. So let's look at some of the other cards. There's boundaries, break the chain, and meditation. Okay, so now that this boundaries card has come out, We were talking about this Four of Cups and how, you know, it feels like maybe this is on the back burner. It's not a priority. I feel like with the boundaries card, you guys have been giving away too much of your time to other people or to things that you're not really passionate about. You may have like people that you're responsible for, such as family, or you're just one of those people who like you're really giving and caring to your friends. And if somebody asks you for help, it's like you can't say no. And it's like maybe you've tried to, you know, set aside time for this thing. Like, okay, when I get home today, I'm going to pour myself into studying this or creating this or learning this or working on this. And then, you know, someone texts you like, hey, can you help me out with this? Or I need to talk to you. And you just, you know, by default, go to helping that person or go to your responsibilities to other people. This boundaries could also be, you know, this thing is not really what other people expect of you. Maybe it's sort of an unconventional thing to pursue or to make a living out of or to be interested in, and you want to fit other people's expectations. But this card kind of feels like other people are getting in the way of you pursuing it, or at least that's how you feel. So I think you need to really be more careful, focus on where you're giving your energy and who you're giving your time to. Because for this pile, I feel like you need to give more of your time to yourself. We even have this card that says break the chain. So this talks about ancestral patterns and healing. So this could be something that you've dealt with, like a recurring pattern in your lifetimes, where it's like you had this God-given talent, you had this spark within you, but it always, you know, fell to the back so that you could, you know, be responsible for the people you need to be responsible for, or take care of others, take care of some other things. And so in that way, like your spark kind of died out or you got silenced. And I feel like this is the lifetime where you can rewrite that future, as they're saying. And with this Four of Wands being about your destiny, it's like, this is your time to finally let this out. This is your time to finally, you know, invest in yourself and dedicate yourself to yourself. I think that makes sense. You know, dedicate more time into pursuing what you really love to do and not letting it be, you know, on the back burner anymore. You know, finally turning your head to look at this and recognize your gift, because you're really, really gifted. And if you're able to share this gift with the world, you're going to inspire so many people to do the same, no matter what their gift or their talent is. Just seeing you doing it and living the life that you love is enough. So we have this meditation card, and maybe before you get into this, you know, take some time to yourself and think about how you want to prioritize things in your life. You know, take a moment to clear your mind and think about what's really important to you. You know, because of course, I'm sure the people in your life are very important to you, of course, but there needs to be a balance where, you know, I have time for you and I have time for me and do what I want to do, what I need to do. Because if you don't let out this passion, it can be very detrimental to your well-being. You know, when you suppress that spark within you. So take some time to think about it, visualize like the life that you want to live, you know? What would my life look like without all of those, like, I have to do this, I need to put my time here, I'm obligated to do this? Because I feel like a lot, of course you have responsibilities and obligations, but I feel like a lot of them, it's like you putting them on yourself, you know? Like you feel like you're obligated to do this because if I don't, people might think XYZ about me. Or I have to do this to fit so-and-so's expectations or fit this mold or that mold. So take a moment to like sort through them and what is a real responsibility, what is a real obligation, and what is an obligation that I put there myself and am blocking myself because maybe you're scared to pursue this for some reason. So really think about that and think about where you want to divide your energy, where you want to put your time and effort. So we have bring love into the situation. And what do you need to release? So there's definitely some things you need to let go of. There's definitely some boundaries you need to set. Maybe learning how to say no to things that you don't want to do. And with the bring love into the situation, this card tells me that there is an outcome that is good for everybody involved. There is a happy and balanced outcome where everybody is taken care of, you know? So if you're resonating with the relationships with other people that you're caring for, like taking up a lot of your time and energy, just know that there is a way to find a happy balance with it where you can be there for others and still be there for yourself, and everybody feels loved and cared for, and especially you really feel like you are loving yourself and caring for yourself. Okay, so for your final card, we have romance. This is very interesting. And now that I think about it, I often read this Four of Wands as a twin flame card as well. So if you continue to go down this path and work on your skill, work on your craft, and put more energy into that, it could lead to a very beautiful relationship and even a twin flame union. So perhaps your twin flame or soulmate is in this same area as you. They have the same passion as you. They have the same skills as you. And they've likely been through something very similar where it kind of seemed like, you know, this battle to get the time and energy to work on it. And they really had to commit to themselves and commit to their vision. And maybe when you meet them, they're going to kind of be in the same level as you in this thing, or maybe a little bit more experienced, but I feel like you'll be able to relate to each other a lot with similar experiences. So if you can put in the time and effort to this and really expand it and honor your natural gifts, I think you're going to be attracting a very similar counterpart to you who is your mirror. So that's very cool. You know, this is just about honoring yourself and honoring the gifts that you were born with, and not letting that fade away because of other people's expectations or what other people are asking of you, you know, to honor that divine creator within you. And then, yeah, possibly be reunited with somebody very special in your soul family. Okay, so I'm going to end that reading here. Thank you very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number twos. So if you chose the Sunstone, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what you should be focusing on right now. For your first tarot cards, we have the Moon, Five of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I think you guys need to focus on your healing at the moment. So I do think that at your core, naturally, you guys are very happy and brilliant people, you know, a lot like this Sunstone that you chose. It's like you're beautiful, you're meant to shine. And with this Ace of Wands energy as well, I think that you guys have like that fire in your soul. You are meant to shine, but somewhere along the line with this Five of Cups, you got trapped in that pattern of thinking negatively, of seeing the glass half empty, and of dwelling on your past wounds, dwelling on your past pain. And so, you know, you're starting to fail to see like all of the good things that are in your life and focusing more on the negative stuff. You know, this could be, I feel like this is an issue of like your past wounds going unhealed and sort of sabotaging you in the present moment, because it's like this wound is still there, it's still open. So even if things are going well in your life now, or even if something good happens to you, it's almost like you're numb to it, or like you fail to see it and fail to appreciate it. And it's not your fault, because, you know, this isn't just a matter of like, you know, you snap your fingers and okay, I'm going to think positively now. You know, it doesn't really work that way. You kind of have to like go deep into your shadows and figure out like what is that bug in you, or what is that wound that is still unhealed. And you know, with the moon, it could be something that's really in your subconscious, or something that happened a really long time ago, but that is still like festering in your head and sort of getting in your way right now. You know, some of you guys may be in this sort of place like, you know, I have so much going for me right now. I have so much to be grateful for. Like, why don't I feel happier? And it's because of whatever this moon is, that is like this sneaky little thing that's staying in your brain. This could be anything from like, you know, a toxic relationship that you had a few years ago, to, it could be even farther than that, you know, like being bullied as a kid, or like some comment that really stuck with you when you were little. Because those things like that happen when we're really young, they really, really stick with us more than we know. And they kind of like form who we are and form our insecurities. And I think you may have to go kind of far into the past to see, you know, what is it that's causing you to focus so much on the negative when you have so much to be grateful for. With this Ace of Wands, and this is kind of similar to the first reading, I feel like you guys do have a gift to share with the world, especially a creative gift, but you need to be putting yourself out there more, and perhaps you don't really feel ready for that, or you feel like you don't feel good enough to put yourself out there, or you feel too scared to put yourself out there. But if you're able to identify what's holding you back and clear that away, I feel like your spark is going to light up again, and you'll be ready to be more outgoing and let your light shine again. So for your next cards, we have Don't Dim to Fit In. We have You're Already Doing It. And we have Nourish. So this Don't Dim to Fit In card is kind of interesting. So kind of going back to you guys being very brilliant, I think that you guys are very unique. Like, you have a very unique way of looking at the world and of expressing yourself. And, you know, when we get older, of course, I think that uniqueness is valued more. But unfortunately, when we're younger, you know, people like to tease us or make fun of us. And, you know, the person who stands out gets, what is that expression? The nail that sticks up gets knocked down or hammered down. I feel like you're that nail that sticks out, and maybe, you know, throughout your life, different people have tried to knock you down, and it may not even have been in like a direct way, you know, like, oh, what you're doing is dumb, or what you're doing is weird. It could be very like indirect comments where it seems like they mean well, but there's actually, you know, some sort of disapproval like masked in what they're saying, you know, almost kind of like passive aggressive, or like microaggressions. And, you know, you take all these little comments in, and your subconscious remembers them, you know. And so you may be here like, why aren't I happy, or why can't I enjoy my life? Why can't I love myself as much as I know I should? And it's like all these little things over the years like get to you. And so, you know, before you know it, you're starting to dim that light. You're starting to try to fit in to protect yourself from those judgments. And it's really sad, you know, because I think what you have could be really helpful for the world. Like, this makes me think of starseed energy. Like, we have the star in the sky, and, you know, you're coming to earth to like replenish the energy, you know, to nourish the world, to give it love, to heal it. But I mean, if you already identify as a starseed, I think that you can resonate with this. You know, sometimes it just feels like nobody like understands you, or nobody can see things your way. And when people don't understand something, they tend to like look down on it, you know? Like, I don't know, people are just like that with things they don't understand. And so I think people see your uniqueness and they see your light, and it could even be a jealousy thing, you know, that they kind of try to like knock you down to their level a little bit because they see how brightly you're shining. And instead of embracing that, it kind of intimidates them. And I feel like you sort of fell into that trap, you know, and started to play their game and started to make yourself smaller and smaller so that they can't say anything about you. And so I think what you need to focus on right now is getting over those fears so you can start over. So you can be that outgoing, creative, passionate, funny, loud, unique person that you really are on the inside. And I really like this card, like, you know, don't overthink it too much, you know. When you're expressing yourself, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't matter if everybody likes it or not. You have to stop thinking that way, and you have to stop living for other people. And you guys may know when you watch my readings, like sometimes there's that one pile that makes me emotional, and I think it's this one, because I can feel your pain, and I can feel you dimming your light for so long, and as a result, like questioning yourself. Even if you tried to step out and express yourself, you're like, is this okay? Are people gonna like this? Is this weird? Is this wrong? And you need to stop overthinking it. So you really, really need to figure out, you know, what is it in your past that made you feel this way? Like, you have to dim your light. Like, was it somebody got mad at you? Was it a comment that somebody made? Did you feel lonely? Did you feel rejected? Did you feel bullied? Like, what is it? And it might, I think I already said this, with the moon card, it might be very like deep or very far in the past, but you can't ignore it. Like, this is not something that you can bypass and just be like, you know what, I'm going to be positive now, because it's going to stay there. And it may be really, really painful to like go back and find the root of it, but I promise you will feel so much better once you find it and let it go. And the world will thank you for it, because it's what the world needs right now. We need people expressing themselves. We need people facing their true north, like this card says, and not giving a shit about what anybody thinks, because I guarantee that all of those people who dimmed your light or who made you feel lesser, they are going through the same exact pain as you, caring so much what people think, and you know, trying to fit in and being hard on themselves. Like, we're all going through it together, and somebody has to stand up and fight against that. And I feel like as a star seed, this is like part of your mission. Ooh, this got deep. Okay. So let's look at the final cards. It's time to release negativity, and your dreams need a practical plan. I'll just look at these two for now, actually. So we have 2 full moons. I don't know if this would count as a full moon. I guess it could. But full moons means that something is coming to completion, which means that it's time to let go of things. I feel like you are going to undergo a sort of transformation like a Scorpio. The Scorpio is also represented by the Phoenix. So it's like you're burning up and then you're rising from the ashes. You're coming back with this renewed passion, like the Ace of Wands. You're taking your power back. You're coming back as yourself, your true self. And we have your dreams need a practical plan. So whatever this thing is, this Ace of Wands, this, you know, creativity, this self-expression, this is going to take you far, you know? Because the Ace of Wands is like a burst of energy and expression, but the Taurus energy is what sustains it. The Taurus energy is what brings material wealth and prosperity out of it. So I think this is actually going to take you places, and this is not just a matter of you know, overcoming your mental blockages. This is not just a matter of finding yourself again. This is a matter of like making some money, making a profession out of this. So maybe you guys are going to be like successful artists, or maybe you're going to be like a spiritual teacher and help people through similar experiences. But there is prosperity ahead for you. And once you get that fire back, I feel like you're going to be so inspired to actually start, you know, building a plan, or building a career, even building a business. Like, this is really going to take you far. And finally, your last card is opportunity. Look, it's raining money on her. So very similar energy here. You are going to be rewarded greatly for doing this work. So you need to focus on your healing right now. And when you feel ready, You need to put yourself out there again. You need to express whatever it was that you used to express maybe when you were younger in the past, before you started feeling like it was weird or you shouldn't do it or you need to dim your light. Start expressing that again. I do feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be something like creative, something artistic. And yeah, it's time for you to reap the rewards of it. It's time for you to find your success and find your career path that you're supposed to be on. I feel like you guys are meant to be artists, or you're meant to be like a spiritual figure in this world, something creative. And starseed for sure. Wow, okay. That's a lot to go over there. I'm going to end this reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number 3s. So if you chose the Amazonite, this is going to be a reading. So let's see what you should be focusing on right now. So for your first tarot cards, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Page of Swords. I feel like you guys are bored. I'll start with the Knight of Pentacles first. This is about consistency, routine, working day in, day out. And, this can be a very positive card. It shows that you're working hard. It shows that you're doing your best. It shows that you're being consistent, perseverant, you're reliable. It's really great. But with the other cards, especially with this Page of Swords, I feel like you guys need something new. I feel like whatever this is, maybe this is like your work schedule, the environment that you live in. It's like you've kind of got it down, you've got it mastered, and so it's like autopilot every day doing the same things. But you guys are really curious and you're really smart and you have like a sharp mind, and I feel like you guys are wanting some like mental stimulation, like you're wanting a new challenge. You're wanting to learn something new. And maybe you don't know exactly what that is yet, but you're just feeling like a nagging discomfort or like a stagnation in your current situation. Yeah, because with the Nine of Swords, this is something that you're thinking about a lot. This is like lying awake at night, losing sleep because of negative emotions. So maybe you're just feeling really dissatisfied with the way things are now. This could be also because the Page of Swords is like a very youthful energy. This could be that feeling of like, I want to take a new direction in my life. I want to start something new, but maybe it's too late. Of course, this is not going to resonate with everybody, but maybe you're feeling like, you've reached like past the age where you can do new things. This can really happen at any age. Like even me in my 20s, I'm like, oh, I'm too old to do that. And it's a really dumb way of thinking, but it's that kind of anxiety of like, it's too late to change directions. It's too late to start this new thing. Or maybe, you're losing sleep thinking like, oh, I want to do this, but what if it goes wrong? I don't have everything figured out. Like, I don't have everything planned. I can't just leave this comfortable and steady situation for something that has so many what ifs and so many uncertainties. So it's like you're kind of in this place where you can't win. On the one hand, this is getting kind of boring for you, and it could even feel like you're wasting, to put it very dramatically, like you're wasting your life, or like you're wasting your precious time, and you really feel like there's nothing to gain here. But on the other hand, it does provide you with security, and it does provide you with comfort, because at least you know that you're going to make money, or that you're going to be supported. Like there's no risk from it. Whereas this is like the stimulation that you're really needing. It's like the new exciting adventure that you're really needing. But if this security goes away, you don't want to regret your decision. And so it's like there's so much to think about. And with this card, I really do feel like you guys could be overthinking it. So this is probably I feel like this is kind of the dilemma that this reading is going to be about, like what you should be focusing on right now. And we'll get some guidance of how you can sort of get out of this rut and come to the right decision. So we have leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. We have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. And we have inward revolution. Okay, so there's this leap card, there's this protection card. I feel like these go really, really nicely together. I'm noticing that we have the full moon followed by the new moon, and I think it's quite fitting, you know, that they've come out like under the cards that they have. Because I feel like this is the energy that we want to move away from. So for this to come out like with the full moon under it, and the full moon representing, you know, things coming to completion and letting go of things, it's like you do kind of need to let go of this life that you're comfortable with. And I think that's why it's coming out as the leap, because it's like taking a leap of faith. And this says, as long as you just go for it, the universe will back you up. The universe will catch your fall and make sure that you land safely here. So, you know, it doesn't do you any good to like stress and overthink about this, you know. Our brain likes to do that because it thinks it's helping, you know. Oh, if I identify every single possible thing that could go wrong, that's going to be helpful because it's going to protect me. But it really doesn't. It just brings unnecessary worry, and it keeps you even more stuck in this energy that you don't want to be in. So this card is saying, just go for it, take the leap of faith, and we will catch you. And then like almost the same message again, like you're going to be protected. You have protection. To me, this looks like, you know, your soul family or like your spiritual team, your guides, protecting you as you take the leap. You guys might have a lot of women around you, like a sisterhood or mother figures. That's what it looks like from this card. But I also like that, you know, this card with what looks like, oh, I guess this is an eclipse. I thought it was a new moon, but it looks like an eclipse. This represents powerful change and new beginnings. So if you seek this, whether you already know what it is or if you're trying to find it so that you can make the leap towards it, you're going to be protected, you're going to be divinely guided, and you're going to be safe. You're going to be safe if you take this leap. You did not come here, like you did not come to this life to be the Knight of Pentacles forever. Like you deserve so much more than that out of your experience. You deserve to expand your horizons. You deserve to challenge yourself and grow and, you know, have fun. Like taking back that youthful energy, that what is it called? Childlike wonder of life. That's what you came here to do. You came here to explore and experience and go on adventures and have fun, not to just do the same thing over and over. So, you know, of course you're going to feel like this. It can't be helped. We also have this inward revolution card. And so I feel like, you know, this card is about not letting outside circumstances, like not letting outside factors determine how this experience goes. Because I think when you're in this energy of like overthinking everything that could go wrong, that just gives more power to the outside and it takes the power away from you. And you have to remember that you are the one who determines how your life goes. Only you. So if you think that like everything's gonna go wrong, you're likely going to manifest that outcome. But if you take your power back and you say, no, this is my life, this is my experience, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna make it work, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna have everything I need, I'm gonna be protected, you become so powerful and you can have any experience that you want. And yeah, you can't leave this like, you know, always wondering what could have been if you took that leap. I feel like it's going to keep eating away at you. So we need to focus on how you can get here. How can you become this Page of Swords? How can you take your leap? We have communication is key. And we have nothing will come of this situation. this card is about not being afraid to express yourself, not being afraid to tell people how you feel. So combined with this, nothing will come of the situation. If I think about like the whole context of this reading, I kind of see it as like you going about your everyday life, you know, going to your job, doing the same tasks, talking to the same people, you know, feeling dissatisfied or bored or whatever. And you have this wish within you to do something new, to make a change, but you're not telling anyone. Like you're not, it's almost like you're pretending that that's not there and just going about your life because you're so worried that nothing would come of this. So maybe if we just don't talk about it, like it will go away, or like, you know, you don't want to rock the boat or ruffle any feathers, and you're just keeping the peace in your everyday life. But if you know the power of words and you know about speaking things into existence, if you start telling people around you, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go here, I'm going to move here, I'm going to start this project. When you speak it, it's going to start to feel more and more real to you. And you may be surprised with how many people are actually supportive of you. Maybe you're thinking that people are going to like judge you or tell you that you can't do it, but I feel like more people will support you than you know. And it's really, really important to express that desire and talk about it, like speak it into existence. Yeah, so I think the first step for you guys to, you know, start bringing this to life is to tell someone about it. Even if it's just like your closest friend, you know, like tell them, you know, I've been thinking like this, and, you know, this, I'm sort of starting to feel more drawn to this thing or more drawn to this place. And you'll probably be understood and supported. And then you can go on and talk to more people about it. And it starts to feel more and more real the more you talk about it. So for you guys, the communication is definitely key. It's going to give you the confidence and the reassurance that you need to take steps towards this new experience, this new adventure, this new chapter of your life. So let's see what the last card for you is. Aw. The situation will improve. That's such a nice, you know, reassuring card to come out when we see you kind of in this energy, thinking like, oh, nothing's going to come of this, thinking that maybe you can't take the leap or that it's all dependent on external things. This is telling you like you have the power to improve your life. You have the power to become happier and to start a new chapter, and it is going to get better. I really, really love this, like, this imagery. She's like, it looks like she's holding the light in her hands and she's like coming up out of the surface. What, that was such a bad sentence. She's resurfacing. She's going up towards the light. So this is going to get better, guys. Like you're not going to be stuck in this rut forever. You're going to get out. You're going to take the leap. You're going to be supported. You're going to be protected. But what you need to do right now is you need to start being honest with yourself. You know, that you feel that something is wrong, something isn't aligned in your life, and you need to express that. You need to tell somebody and start getting like feedback, start getting advice. I feel like more people want to help you than you know. So just talk, just communicate. That's the final message for you. And you'll get here. You'll get here. You were meant to live this life. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number 4s. So if you chose the rose quartz, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what you guys should be focusing on right now. So for your first tarot cards, we have the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so the 9 of Cups is a very positive card. This is a card about, you know, your desires coming to fruition or your wish coming true. So I feel like you guys one of your wishes is going to be realized very soon. Maybe you guys are ready to finally manifest something that you have been wishing for a long time. And I see you moving from the energy of the Ten of Wands over to the energy of the King of Pentacles. So this guy, the Ten of Wands guy, he gives and gives so much, and he works so hard, and he hardly gets anything in return. But this King of Pentacles, he has everything he would ever need. He is at the top of his game, and most importantly, he has high self-esteem and a high sense of self-worth. You know, he is sure of himself. So perhaps what you guys need to focus on right now is your self-esteem and your self-worth, so that you can move out of this Ten of Wands energy. So to put it in some context, like different situations that you guys may be going through. For example, in a job, this Ten of Wands would represent like kind of that you have a shitty job. Like you don't get paid nearly enough for all of the hard work that you put in. Maybe you find yourself often like picking up the slack for other people, like coworkers who really just like don't care or aren't trying. Maybe your boss doesn't respect you. Maybe you're asked to work overtime a lot and you just really don't get the credit that you deserve. In a relationship, for example, this would be, you know, like you give so much into the relationship, like you do so much for this person. You know, you do a lot of emotional labor for them. You're always there to help them. You really give all of your heart and soul, and it's like they hardly give anything back to you, you know. So you can really start feeling worthless, because it's like almost like you're being taken advantage of, you know, like you're carrying this whole weight by yourself, this whole burden by yourself. And I think as you start to work on your self-esteem more and more, realize like how worthy you are of everything you want. It's like you're not going to tolerate that anymore, because you're the king. So this could look like you moving to a different job. This could even be you like becoming self-employed and saying like, I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to do anymore. I'm the king of my castle. I'm going to call the shots, and I'm going to make my own wealth and my own success, my own abundance. Or, you know, if this is in terms of relationship, like I'm not going to like give any more of my energy to this loser or these losers anymore. Like I am ready for my ultimate partner, my ultimate soulmate, because I am worth it. And I have so much to offer in a relationship, and I'm so ready to give that to somebody who values it and deserves it, who deserves me. Like you're going to start to see yourself in a much higher light. And that's what you need to be focusing on right now. And that is what is going to make your wishes come true. When you move into this energy and you're ready to receive what you deserve, you show the universe that you're ready and that you're a match to what you want by valuing yourself higher. So yes, that is what you guys should be focusing on right now. We don't want to do this anymore. You're not going to carry anybody else's wands anymore. They can carry their own damn wands. Okay, so for your next cards, we have Share Your Voice. We have Birthing a New Age. And Soul Writing. Okay, so I'm looking at this card. She's like stuck in a cave. She can't express herself. And then she's birthing a new age. It's like you guys are entirely ready for a new start. You guys are ready for your dreams to come true. Everything that you've ever wished for in terms of like your job, your career path, your relationships, your friendships, your self-image, everything. You guys are ready for it, and you're deserving of it. And it's time to give birth to these dreams. Like you're ready for so many great things with this King of Pentacles. This is like huge abundance, huge blessings. Like I feel like you guys are going to feel on top of the world when all of this stuff starts coming to you. Now, I do think this is going to be a little bit farther into the future, because what you're focusing on now is just changing your perspective on yourself, what you have to offer, what you're worth, so that you can start taking the steps necessary. But what I see with this soul writing is like you're getting back on track of the life that you wrote for yourself, the life that you planned for yourself before you came into this lifetime. This card always makes me feel like, you know, the script of our life, the script that we wrote, that we chose, but that sometimes, you know, throughout our life, as we start to maybe compromise ourselves or give away too much of ourselves, we kind of start to stray from the path. And I see you getting back on that path, remembering who you are, remembering that you are this king or this queen, and you came here to experience abundance, you came here to experience blessings and everything you ever wanted and more. So you're really getting back on track here. And there's been this reoccurring theme actually, like in all of the readings today, where people are like taking their power back, you know, all in different ways, but that seems to be the kind of underlying message for everybody. And it's so nice to see. And we have you here coming out of the cave and expressing yourself. It's like you've been hiding in this cave. You've been sitting in here in the darkness, and it's like you're ready to come out into the light and really make your dreams come true and really go for it and not be held back by anyone or anything anymore. You guys may be going through a kind of hard time right now. Maybe you don't like your job, or you don't like the situation you're in, you don't like the person you're with or the people you're with, and I feel like a lot of energy has been drained from you. Like it's been a very draining time for you with these cards, the Ten of Wands and this share your voice, the imagery of being like stuck in a cave. But if you look, like, I love this. She's like looking out into the starry sky, and this is like the fabric that she's made of. You guys have this like sparkle and shine within you, and you're going to give birth to a new chapter in your life where you're letting yourself shine, like all on your own terms. I think a lot of you are becoming more independent. So I don't know, I keep thinking of like self-employment, or maybe like being on your own, being single, and really being like happy and empowered by that. But there's something about you like really coming into your own, and like, I don't need anyone to make my dreams come true. Like, I'm enough. I don't need to like rely on anybody else. I don't need to be like a servant to anybody to get where I want to go. I can do it all on my own because I'm the shit. And you're going to start embodying that. You're going to start living that. So this is really, really beautiful so far. There's a few more cards. Work through your fears, and prosperity lies ahead. So we have 2 new moons here. Both of these are new moons. So yeah, again, you guys are ready for a new beginning, a new age, a new chapter. And we have this message of prosperity. So again, I do think for a lot of you, this has to do with something career related. Taurus is about, you know, material success. And then we have the Pentacles, which is also about material things. He even has the little Taurus bulls on his throne. But now that I think about it, Taurus is actually about self-worth. So maybe if you're not resonating with like prosperity in the material sense, in the career sense, this could be metaphorically like prosperity of self-esteem, or of realizing your inner beauty and not being afraid to flaunt it, not being afraid to show it to the world. And I see you guys reaching a level of confidence where you really don't care what other people think about you. Like, no matter what anybody says about you, you're still gonna feel like this king. You're still gonna feel like on top of the world and like you're the shit. Like, you're really not gonna care. And that's how unshakable your confidence is. Maybe you've been putting yourself like in the past in these 10 of Wands kind of situations, like giving so much to other people because you wanted like some kind of validation from them. But it's never enough, you know, like you can't rely on the outside for these things. So again, a lot of strong messages about taking your power back and getting back on your path. So We have one more card, and your last card is Be Assertive. I kind of like the imagery of this because it looks like she had a mask on and now she's taking it off. This is like expressing what you truly want. So maybe you guys are going to be, you know, giving some people a piece of your mind or maybe just telling people like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm going to go do my own thing. But you're going to start being more expressive and you're going to like really go for it. Whatever it is that you want, whatever this Nine of Cups is for you, you guys need to go for it. This is what you need to focus on. Anything that you've been thinking of starting, anything that you've been thinking of leaving behind, this is like your time to just go for it and start anew and turn the new page. And, you know, that past of you being like, you know, serving other people's dreams or looking for validation from other people and keeping yourself in this Ten of Wands energy, those days are over. You are back, you are strong, you're back on your script, back to the plan. You're brave, you're fearless, and you're ready to claim your prosperity. And everything that you need to succeed is within you. You guys, you were meant to be independent. You were meant to be leaders. You don't need to rely on somebody else or carry somebody else's sticks so that they'll help you out. You have all the power to do it on your own. And I feel like you're going to recognize that really soon. So right now what you should focus on is building up that confidence, building up that courage so you can be assertive and go out there and get everything that you want. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number 5s. So if you chose the blue cat's eye, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what you guys should be focusing on right now. So for your first tarot cards, we have the Fool, the Magician, wow, and the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, this I know we're just on the first 3 cards, but like so far this is so full of positive energy and happiness. Oh my gosh. So the Fool and the Magician are both like manifestation cards. They're about new beginnings. Actually, all of these are about new beginnings, but you guys are, your manifestation powers are like through the roof right now. Like you guys are ready for a new chapter. You guys are ready to start receiving. I think for a lot of you, this is going to be about a new relationship because the Ace of Cups, it is about like love and emotions and things like that. It doesn't have to be that if that's not resonating with you. This is anything that brings you that like pure bliss and peace and just overflowing joy and love. So this could be any dream coming true that, you know, really makes your heart so full of love. I'm just feeling this energy as more of like a new partner, a new relationship. But what the Magician tells you is that you are ready for this. Like you have everything you need to bring this manifestation to light, and you can bring this into your life like magic, like really quickly. This is a very fast energy to me. It makes me feel like, how to explain it? Like your timeline is accelerating, or like you're ready for dramatic change in your life. Almost like it just comes like falling down from the sky into your lap. You guys are ready for a new beginning. And the Fool as well. This is like being carefree, following your path, putting the past behind you, and being open to receiving something beautiful. So like, for example, if you've been through something painful in the past, this is like moving forward, like totally putting that behind you, not letting what happened in the past make you scared of what could happen in the future, and just embracing your current situation and embracing life with open arms and going for it and grabbing this Ace of Cups. So it's kind of funny, like I feel like all the other readings that I've done, like this is the last one, all the ones before this, it's like what you should focus on is like you need to work on this, you need to release this, you need to change this. I think for you guys, all you need to focus on is just receiving You just need to be open for this blessing to come, because this is just gonna appear into your life like magic, and you just got to open your heart to it, and you just got to take it. This is really, really happy energy. This thing that you've been wishing for is coming to you. It's coming to you like magic. Ooh, this is so exciting. Okay, so let's look at some more cards. We have Align Your Life. Yes, just say yes. And Joy. This is too happy. This spread is too happy. You guys are ready for a new joyful chapter in your life. And now I understand why you guys aren't getting messages like you need to work on this, you need to heal this. I feel like you guys have already, done that work, or at least done most of it. With this Align Your Life card, it's like, I feel like you've been spending the past while, maybe it's been a really long while, picking up the pieces where you've been broken and piecing them all back together again and rebuilding yourself and realigning yourself. I think you guys have really been putting hard work into this, identifying the parts of your life that aren't in alignment with who you truly are, and really and this could be a very what's it called? A very troublesome task, a very tiresome task, but you guys really put in the work, and now you're ready to receive all the blessings, like you're ready to receive your reward. And yeah, we have just say yes. And so this to me is like another confirmation that all you guys have to be thinking about or focused on right now is just receiving, just trusting that you have done the work, and that it's like a green light for your manifestations to come now. I think that you guys are entering a period of your life where things are going to be a lot easier, a lot more effortless, a lot happier, and just a lot more in alignment with, the life that you've always wanted for yourself. So I'm really proud of you guys, because you really, put in the work to find your joy and align yourself with it. And now, yeah, I'm repeating myself, but now it's ready to just come into your life like magic. So this is really, really positive. We have you're very close to achieving your goal. And we have luck is on your side. Again, another really, really positive card. So we have this gibbous moon. This is like you're almost there. So maybe when it comes to aligning yourself and, getting ready to receive, maybe you have just like one little piece that is still kind of sticking out, or just missing one little piece that you need to push back into place, but you're almost there. We have two cards that have like the number 1 on it, so maybe there's just like one last thing that you need to identify and put back into place. And now that I think about that, sometimes I read this Fool energy as like this new beginning is coming, but maybe you're just like standing right on the edge of the cliff right now and you haven't quite jumped yet. So if this is something that has already presented itself to you, but maybe you're just afraid of receiving it, maybe you're just afraid of taking it, remember that luck is on your side. So when you leap off this cliff, when you jump off this cliff, it is going to be a soft landing. Well, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be everything you ever wish for. This card is like, honestly, like with the cup overflowing, it's like having, oh my gosh, I can't pick up the card. It's like having too much joy than you know what to do with. Like, I think maybe this is something that seems too good to be true, and that's why you're not jumping off the cliff, or maybe you just feel like you're not ready to receive it. But you're so, so close. You're so close. So don't give up now. Just, I think maybe just one more thing that you need to push into place. And with this new moon in Sagittarius, this is ruled by Jupiter energy. So Jupiter is about, it's about blessings. It's about abundance. It's about expanding your horizons, expanding your spirituality. Like, it's a very happy, it's a very, what's the word? Benefic planet. Yes. And also we have the Fool, which is Uranus energy, and that's about like huge dramatic, sudden changes. So you guys are on the precipice of something very big and very positive. A new relationship, a new job opportunity. Maybe you guys are like fixing up to move somewhere. If you are watching this when it's been released at the end of April, I know that's not it's not super possible right now, but you could be in the planning stages of it. Some big change in your life that's really going to lead to your expansion and prosperity and just so much blessings for you. There's like nothing negative in this reading. Oh my gosh. This is like the most positive one. You guys are in a really, really good place right now, or you're about to be. Okay, so for your final card, we have perfect timing. So everything is falling into place at the right time. And this could be a reassuring message for you in a couple ways, you know? For example, if you've been waiting a really, really long time for this manifestation to come, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's finally here. This card is letting you know that this couldn't have come to you any sooner, you know? You had to go through this period of aligning yourself. Maybe this was kind of painful, you know, because it's like you're picking up, it's like broken glass, like you're picking up these shattered fragments of yourself, you're processing pain, you're putting yourself back together. So this card is telling you, you had to go through this, so this couldn't have come to you any sooner. But also, it's not going to come to you any later. Like, you're just on the edge of it and you've really done the work that you need to do. And now is the perfect timing for you. Not any sooner, not any later. So this card is kind of like, we're not, when I say we, I mean like, I guess the universe. We're not going to leave you hanging anymore. You know, like the time is now. You're ready. We recognize that. You're ready for powerful change. You've been waiting. You've been working towards it. And we are ready to gift you with this new relationship or this new opportunity, whatever it is that you've been wishing for. Like, now is the time. And that should be such a beautiful realization for you. You know, like, we finally got here. We made it. We came out on the other side. This reading feels very like light at the end of the tunnel, you know, like you've been through the tunnel and now you're at the end of it, and it's like it's finally here. You're finally at the edge of the cliff. You're finally holding your magic wand and you're ready to bring this dream down to earth. So this is a really, really, really exciting time for you. And yeah, all you need to focus on is maybe finding that last piece to push into place, and just being open to receiving. So, you know, it's very simple for you guys. I think this is gonna come effortlessly to you. Okay, so I'm gonna end the reading here. Thank you very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!